so much for being part of this and always watching me and sharing the video. If today is your first time visiting my channel, please subscribe to my channel. We are going to learn a lot when it comes to sewing, and also please do well to share this video. And also one more thing, follow me on Facebook, Max Fashion Line or Ajua Aka. These two pages, please follow me. Today we are going to learn how to draft a straight dress, a straight simple dress, a straight dress. And in our drafting, these are the measurements we need. We need the bust measurements. We need bust, and the bust measurement we are using is 44. 44, we divide it into 4, and that will give us 10.5. We need our hip measurement. Hip 44, divide it into 4, we'll get 11. We need shoulder to bust, which is 11. Shoulder to waist, which is 17. We need waist to hips, 9. And we need our armhole being, and my armhole is 18. Our back measurement, 16. That now we also need shoulder to under bust, and my shoulder to under bust is 15. And so these are the measurements we need in drafting this straight dress. Please, if you want to know how to take female body measurements, please, I'll leave the link in the description section so you can look at it and watch it and also practice it. Okay, so we are going to go into our tutorial, and this is what we are going to do. And we are not going to add any allowance to it. We are going to use the bigger parts of our measurement to determine the width or the breadth of the fabric we are going to use. And when we look at the measurements, the biggest part is 44, and 44 divided by 4 is going to give us 11. Is going to give us 11, meaning we are going to use 11. That is, we are using a quarter of our hip measurement with no allowance. This paper, the length is 40, and so that's what we are going to use to determine the length of our dress. So 40, we'll fold it to 11. Let me fold it to 12. Let me just add 1 inch to it, so you will see my markings very well. This is shoulder to bust, and this is shoulder to under bust. This is shoulder to waist, and this is waist to hip or shoulder to hip. Okay, now we are going to place, we'll first determine our back, and our back measurement is 16. That is 16 divided into 2, making 8. 8, okay. Then we would determine our neck width. We are using a neck width of 4 inches, and then we want neck width, you are going to make it 6, and then the back neck width will make it 3. Okay, then we'll join the points. Okay, so this is where our armhole will be. My armhole is 18. 18 divided by 2 is going to be 9. And so we have our 9 here. Then we will have a shoulder slope of 1 inch. A shoulder slope of 1 inch. We are going to draw our neck shape. You can use any neck shape you want. I am using a round neck shape. So this is back neck, front neck, back neck. This one is front neck. We are going to draw our armhole too. We'll place our curve here. So this is the back armhole. Then we are going to measure here the half. We are going to determine half of this, which is 4. Then we'll measure 0.5. Then we'll join the points here to the points. We join from the shoulder to the point. Then from there we'll join straight to the armhole section. And so we have front armhole and back armhole. So this one is front and this one is back armhole. When you are when you are drafting, try and label so that you don't confuse yourself. Now after doing this, we are going to place our darts, and my dart is 9 divided into 2, making 4.5. 9 divided into 2, 4.5. This is the bust line, so we place it. We come to the under bust, we'll place another 4.5 here. We come to the waist too, we'll place 4.5 here. Now when we come to the hip line, we are not going to measure our dart exactly at our hip line. We'll measure 2 inches above the hip line. 2 inches above the hip line. Then we'll measure our 4.5 here. The dart is not supposed to get exactly at the hip line, so we are going to join the points. So you are going to draw our dart. This is our waistline. We'll give half inch here, half inch here, half inch here, half inch here. Okay, so half. Now when we come to the underbust, this is what you are going to do. This is your underbust, and we want a situation whereby when you wear the dress, it will be flat from here to this place, flat inside well, then it will descend. We don't want a situation whereby under bust or under your breast the dress will be loose. They want it to be flat here and then it will descend down. And so with the under bust, we are going to use 1.5 darts. At the waistline we used 1, that is half here, half here. But at the under bust we are going to use 1.5, and that 1.5 we are going to divide that 1.5 into 2. Half and quarter, half and quarter. So there will be half and quarter here, half and quarter here. Okay. So this is our half and quarter. This is the quarter. This is our half. Okay, let me place it on it. This is quarter. This is the half. Okay. So place this one here. And when you come here too, we'll have half and quarter. We'll place 1 here. This is half. This is quarter. And so then after from there we are going to join from the bust line to underbust to waist to the hip line. And so that's how it's going to be. So this is our darts. This is our dart. So at the underbust area is 1.5, but at the waist area is 1 inch. Okay, so we are going to place our measurement. To place it from here, 10.5. This is our 10.5. We come to the waist. The waist measurement is 34. We didn't add the waist when I was doing the measurement, so you can add the waist to it. The waist measurement is 34. 34 divided by 4. 34 divided into 4, and that is going to give us 8.5. 8.5. Because of the darts, the 1 inch here, we will add 1 to 8, making 9.5. And also because I added 1.5 here at the underbust, I'll still add half inch to 8, so it will be 10 here, 10 at the waistline, and we'll measure the same 10 at the underbust. We'll measure the same 10 at the underbust. Okay, then when we come to the hip is 44 divided by 4, or 44 divided into 4, and the answer is 11. Now if you are doing a straight dress, then we'll measure the 11 here, the same 11 at the ends of the dress, or if you want it pencil, we'll reduce it to 9 so that I can get a pencil shape. So you let me mark the 11 first. So this is our 11. Okay, so we are going to join the point, but before we join the point, we'll measure our armhole. We'll place it in front of the front armhole. My armhole is 18. 18 divided by 2 is going to be 9. And so 9 here, 9 at this point, 9 at this point, but we'll add half to it. Or we can decide to trace it from the bust line to wherever its point. So this is the point. This is the bust line. This is our 10.5, and so we just take it from there straight to it, which means this is it. This is our 9, and we have 10, 1 inch added to make it 10. If you place this on a paper, if you place this on a fabric in your cutting, all that you have to do is to add extra 1.5 inch at the armhole area, especially when you are going to fix a sleeve. But if you are not going to fix a sleeve, you can just add half inch here. If you place it on the paper you are cutting, you will just add half inch here and then you cut through. Okay, so we just straight to the armhole. So we are going to join the points. This is a straight dress pattern. When you have this, you just place it on your fabric, then you just cut it through and you determine the darts. But this is front dart. Back dart is different from this. Back dart, you are not going to add any under bust measurement, and with back dart you measure from shoulder to 8 or 9. We cut this through for you to understand. So we are cutting through. The back armhole first. You will not cut the front one. You cut the back first. Okay. Then at the neck area, so you will cut the back neck first. You will not cut the front neck. So this is our pattern. Now, if you place this on a fabric, the fabric you fold it into 2 according to your measurements and your allowance plus your allowance. Then you place this on it, and then you add your allowance to it. The allowance you want, maybe 1.5 here, 2 inch, 2 inch, 2 inch, 2 inch, 2 inch down. Then you draw the shape through and you cut. So we have another paper here to help you know how to take the back darts. So in order to get the back measurements, we will trace this. We are going to trace this here. The dots are here, so I'm going to use it over there. I'm just tracing the dots. Then I'll rule my lines through. Just make sure that your ruler is straight. This is the bust. This is shoulder to bust. I'm not ruling that place. This is shoulder to under bust. I'm not ruling. I'm ruling waist. This is the waist. And this is where the darts will stop. Okay, this is where the darts will stop. Now when we come to the back darts, we are not going to use shoulder to bust measurement, which is 11. We'll reduce it to 8. And as I say, it depends on your measurements. It depends. Usually the back dart, it should be 1 inch before your upper bust. So my upper bust, from shoulder to my upper bust, is 8, and so 1 inch is going to be 7. So I'm using 7, but I'm going to use 8 because of allowance, and so I'll use 8, and this is 8 straight. So I'm going to draw the point. I'm going to join the points. Then we come to the waist area. We are going to place 1/2 inch here, 1/2 inch here to draw our darts. 1/2 inch, 1/2 inch here, 1/2 inch here. Then we'll draw our darts from this point to the waist. So this is our back darts. This is our back dart. Therefore, when you place this on your fabric and you are cutting, all that you have to do is you give a zip allowance at the back. Maybe come here, you add the allowance you want, 1.5 here, 2 inches at the waist, 2 inches at the hips line, then 2 inches at the end of the dress. And this back pattern, now that you have cut the back pattern, we are going to take off the front armhole and then take off the front neck. That is it. This is our front and this is our back. Please, if you have not yet subscribed, please consider subscribing. Thanks, and God richly bless you.